Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to our community. Today we are going to dive into the exciting world of programming. So if you have ever been curious what it is to get started with programming, then you are in the right place. In this video, we are going to cover the basics of programming, what is programming, why is it important to learn programming, and how you can get started. So if you are a college student who want to learn this invaluable skill, or you are just someone who are very curious about getting started with coding, then you are in the right place and this beginner's guide is for you. So let's start. What is programming? First things first, let's clarify what is programming. Programming is the art of giving instructions to the computer so that they can do a specific task. These instructions are written in some particular language that the computers can understand. So suppose you want to learn a new language for talking to a person from different culture. So you need to learn programming language also to communicate with computer. So programming languages are a tool which allow us to communicate to the computer and give them instructions to do some specific task. Now you might be wondering, why should I bother to learn to code? Well, there are many compelling reasons for it. I will give you two reasons here and you can figure it out yourself if these two reasons fit your requirement or not. Number one, coding is a valuable skill in today's digital world. So it is in high demand across every industry, starting from tech giants to startups, and even in non-tech fields like finance and healthcare. Second, programming opens up a world of creativity and problem solving. Using programming, you can build up any websites, apps, games, or you can even solve real-world problems using coding. So it is like having a superpower to build anything you can imagine. So how do you get started with coding? So the first step is to choose a programming language. As I told you, there are different spoken languages which allows you to talk to people from different community. Similarly, there are many programming languages also. You need to choose one language. The popular ones are C++, Java, Python, and JavaScript. If you are facing difficulty in choosing a particular language, which language you should choose, either C++ or Java or Python, then there is a separate video on my channel, you can check that out. So, after choosing a language, moving on to the second step. The second step is setting up the IDE. IDE is the environment where you can write and test your code. So there are different IDEs available for different programming language. If you are learning Python, you will have to install Jupyter Notebook or Anaconda. Suppose you are learning Java, then there are different IDE like Eclipse or IntelliJ. So your IDE depends on the programming language which you have chosen. Now it's time to start learning the basics. The third step, to start learning the fundamental concepts of the programming language which you have chosen. The fundamental concepts include data types, variables, functions, conditional statements, and control structure. So you can choose any tutorial or online course from websites like Udemy, Coursera, or there are many free YouTube tutorials also available for learning basics of any programming language. You can choose any of the course and you can get started with it. In a 1 hour or 2 hours, you will learn the fundamentals of any programming language. The fourth step is interactive learning. After you have learned the basics of any programming language, you should engage in the interactive coding challenges. There are websites like HackerRank, LeetCode, Code Signals, and there are many more, which offers a wide variety of problems for you to solve. So, by solving these questions, you can practice what you have learned, and this way you can enhance your coding skills. Coming to the last step, join coding communities. There are many coding communities like Stack Overflow, Reddit, or there are many more available. You can join these communities. These are great for asking questions and sharing knowledge. This way you can connect with fellow learners and experienced programmers. Remember one thing, practice and patience is the only way to master programming. So don't be discouraged by the initial challenges. Coding can get frustrating many times, but it is also very rewarding when you see your code come to life. At last, I would like to give few tips which can be very helpful for someone who has just started their coding journey. Number one, read other people's code. One powerful way to learn is by reading other people's code. This way, you can get exposed to best coding practices, different coding styles, and solutions to the common problems. So you can read other person's code in platforms like HackerRank, LeetCode. You can see the solutions submitted by the other people, or you can see small projects which are contributed by people on GitHub. Number two, break down problems. When you are stuck with a very complex problem, try to break it into small, manageable parts. This process is known as decomposition and it makes problem solving very easier. Third and the last step is embrace debugging. This is a very important tip. Don't fear bugs, but embrace them. Debugging is a part of the learning process. You can use tools provided by your IDE for debugging like breakpoints or print statements to print and identify and fix your issue. Remember, debugging is a skill which every programmer needs. So that's it for our beginner's guide for programming. We have covered what is programming, why is it important to learn programming, and how you can get started. If you need any further guidance, you can leave a comment on this video and I will try to help you out. So keep coding regularly, work on small projects, and don't hesitate to ask for help from online communities or forums when you are stuck. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.